Hello. In our series of solving algebraic equations, this is the second worksheet for you, correct? We are calling it part 2. We didn't write part 1 there. It was obviously the part 1, basics. Now here, part 2, we have multiplication. So some examples are given here. When I write 2x, it means 2 times x. Okay, nothing in between means times or multiplication, right? We avoid multiplication because it confuses with the variable x. Okay, so read it like 2x equals to 12. Why is it an algebraic equation? That's a big question. Can you answer that? It is an equation because we have equal to sign. And why algebraic equation? Algebraic because it has a variable. So algebraic equations are equations which have equal to sign and a variable. Minimum one variable. Okay. Solving means what for us? Solving means that there are two sides to every equation. This is called left hand side and this is called right hand side. Solving means making them equal, exactly same. Now, so here because we have x, x can have some value for which both sides are equal. We are trying to find that value. Do you understand now? That is the objective. And now let's do this. Part 2, solving algebraic equations. Okay. Now here, let's go through the first equation. 2x equals to 12. We want to find x equals to what? Well, 6. 2 times 6 is 12. So easy. That's the intuitive way of doing it. Best way of doing it. If you know it, just put it and go ahead. Sometimes it may not be that easy. In that case, we follow a method. The method is, it is 2 times x equals to something. So we have to get rid of 2 times. We do the reverse of it. Divide by 2. Instead of times, do it divide. So, if I divide both sides by 2, what do I get? I get x equals to 12 divided by 2, which is 6. Correct? Perfect. So I get my answer. Now next time, here, now tell me, what should you do? We got minus 10x equals to 4. What should I do? So I should actually write this statement again. You should never change the question. We'll write this statement as minus 10x equals to 4. What should we do? Let's divide by minus 10 because we want to get rid of minus 10. Okay. Minus 10 divided by minus 10 is just a number 1. And 1 times x will be x. So we have x is equal to 4 over minus 10. Now, to write 4 over minus 10 is not a good thing. What? We can reduce it to lower terms. Lower terms from here will be, you can divide both by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Minus 2 over 5. Do you see that? So I'll write my answer in the lowest terms, minus 2 over 5. Correct? If I write minus 2 over 5 instead of x, do I get 4? 10 times 2 is 20 and 20 divided by 5 is 4 and with a negative sign. Okay? So, negative will become positive. Do you see that? So we get 4. Let's do it again. Minus 10 times, let's check it out here. Minus 10 times minus 2 over 5. So minus and minus becomes positive. And 10 times 2 is 20. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So we get positive 4. Correct. Next question. What should you do? First copy the question. So we say 3x equals to minus 15. To get rid of 3, I have to divide by 3 both sides. Now here 3 and 3 will cancel out, giving us 1, x. So x equals to minus 15 divided by 3 is 5. You can check your answer. 3 times minus 5 is how much? 3 times minus 5 is equals to minus 15. Correct. So that's how you do these multiplication questions. Now let me do division. If I say half x equals to 7, that means x is how much? What will I do? I will multiply by 2 both sides. If I do that, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I left with x and 7 times 2 is 14. So 14 is my answer. Can I check it? 14 divided by 2 is 7. Oh, correct. Okay, let's do it this time once again. Let's do it this time as minus 1 over 3 is equal to 10. Okay, fine. But there is no x in it. So we'll put one x here. Minus x over 3. Okay, it's kind of divided by minus x over 3. So to get rid of 3, you will multiply by 3 both sides, right? Times 3 and 3 times this. So these 3 will cancel out and we are left with minus x equals to 10 times 3 is 30. But we want to find what is x equals to. X is, we'll multiply by minus. How does it matter? X equals to minus 30. So that's how you get minus 30 this time. Okay, let's try another question. This time I'll give you 3 over 5x equals to 30. How will you do this? Oh my god. Here I have both multiplication and division. So what should I do? I should actually multiply by 5 and divide by 3. So look here. We have 3 over 5x equals to 30. So what I will do now here is I'll multiply by 5 over 3. 5 over 3 multiply, right? I am using a dot here for multiplication. Now 5 gets into 5 one time. 3 gets into 3 one time. So you get 1. Otherwise you can do 5 times 6 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 divided by 15 is 1. You are left with x. 1 times x is x. Correct. Yeah. So you got x here. What do you get here? You get, when you divide 30 by 3, you get 10. And 10 times 5 is 50. 50. Does it make sense? Let's check. If I put x as 50, then what is 50 divided by 5? 10. And times 3 is how much? 30. So we got our answer. Do you see how we do these kinds of questions? So here we have multiplication and division involved. So where both multiplication and division involved, we do just reverse of it. Here are some practice problems for you. You can try this. 3 times x equals to 18. Solve for x. We can have 4 times x equals to 15. It is not necessary to get a whole number. Sometimes you get your answer in fractions. Let me make it more complicated. Minus 15. Okay, then the answer x will be negative. And let me say 2 over 3 x is equal to number 10. What should be x? Okay, so practice like this. Okay, that should be good for practice. And I hope you understand when we have something times x or the variable equals to something else, what the answer is. Now let me give you some questions where I'm not using variable x, okay, but it means you have to solve for that variable. It could be anything, okay. Now here are those questions. I can write here 4a equals to 20. Find a, right? So you'll divide by 4 both sides. 5p equals to 25. So p should be how much? Divide by 5 both sides. If I write minus 5p, you have to divide by minus 5. Okay. Now here I'm writing 1 over 6m equals to 2. Find m. So you have to find the variable. Here you have to find m, here you have to find p, here you have to find a, and all the above you have to find x. Okay. So these are some problems for you. Try to solve them and understand the process. Okay. And then move on to part 3, where we have combined addition, subtraction, multiplication, division together. Okay. I hope you understand, and part 3 should be easy for you.